Hi friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about what you can do for post 20 and what to do to prep for Ashava. Now, starting with farming Murmuring Obols from events, what events you should be focusing on, and what aspects you're looking for. Let's get right into it. All right, friends, here we've got our map of Fractured Peaks, and after you finish up your first initial few quests, you will be entered into Kyovashad. Once you get to this town, you're pretty much allowed to do free reign of whatever you want. So if you're looking to continue the storyline, please do that. But if you're wanting to get out in the world and just explore, you can do that as well. There's nothing stopping. This is the first Diablo that's really had that open world feel, and it feels really good to just kind of go around and check stuff out. So first of all, after you hit 20, your first farming option will be events. Events give a currency called Murmuring Orbs that contributes to Diablo's age-old favorite thing of gambling. Now the gambler is here in Kyovashad. Her name is Lilith. You can buy any kind of item slot to roll and gamble for. But I personally highly recommend gambling for gloves for specific offensive legendary aspects. Now this is important to create and fill out your build, obviously, because legendary aspects and the affixes they give are important for doing the most amount of damage possible. And gloves are the cheapest way to get offensive aspects. These aspects can then be broken down and put into rings, amulets, one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons for an extra bonus. So make sure you're buying gloves. If you're looking for more defensive options, headpiece or boots is probably the best option for that. Now that I've told you what to spend your currency on, where are the best places to get the currency? Right here in the northwest of Kyovashad, this event is pretty easy and also really accessible for resets. So you can either teleport back to town to reset this instance and try and get another event after you finish this one, or you could just walk back into town and try and reset it that way. This will give you probably the best Murmuring Obols per hour and is one of the easier events to do. It changes, I think, once every hour or once every hour and a half. There, I think, are 3 different styles of event that happen in this area, but they're all generally pretty easy to accomplish. Now, if you are looking at more higher level gear, I highly recommend keeping an eye on the map for core Dragan. This probably will be the highest gear score or item level or level gear you'll be able to find during the Server Slam test, because the monsters in this area are incredibly difficult. Now, when we were playing during the beta, we were 25 and it was a little bit easier, but being at level 20, not having ultimates, not having all those skill points to fill out is going to be a little more difficult. Now, once you've got your events on rotation and you've kind of started to get a baseline of what legendaries you're looking for, I would recommend going out into the world and then starting to grab your Altars of Lilith and your Renown from side quests and all the other events that you can do, emote shrines and the like. Renown is incredibly important for getting your skill points, and Shrines of Lilith give you stat points. So they're nothing to sneeze at as long as you have the time to do something like that. Now, Ashava will be spawning May 13th at 9 AM PST for me. Potentially, if you're on the East Coast, that is noon for you. So you'll have your first crack at Ashava the day after servers go live. Now, the area to fight Ashava is generally pretty open. There aren't any obstructions in the way stopping you from moving your character any which way. It's just generally dodging attacks and trying to make sure that you're not getting one shot. Ashava can do a lot of damage and also leaves a lingering poison on you that also does a ton of damage. Every time you get hit, you're probably going to pop through 3 or 4 potions. So the best option is to just not get hit. Taking a ton of poison resist will always help. Having a ton of health always helps, but generally just don't get hit. You might die. Once you get used to it, you'll see that her attacks are pretty telegraphed, and staying close to her body is generally the easiest way to avoid getting hit by these massive sweeping strikes. Now, if you miss Ashava on the first spawn, don't worry, she spawns every 3 hours until the whole entire Server Slam event ends. Now, it's not just one day anymore. You get to do this boss the next 2 days that are available. My recommendation for any difficult content is to make sure that you're going in there with people you trust to make the event easier. Ashava is a hard boss. It does require some decent DPS uptime, and you have 15 minutes to clear. If you don't get it in that 15 minutes, it's okay if you turn down the difficulty. I know a lot of people are starting on veteran and they're pretty stubborn when it comes to difficulty. I want things personally be difficult myself, but again, we're not going in with as many stats as you would normally fight Ashava with. So if you don't clear on the first one, drop down the difficulty, clear on the second go around, get your legendaries, go back up in difficulty on the third one, and just try and make the farm of Ashava generally easy for yourself. Once you're done with 20, there are a few legendaries that you want to look for that will help fill out your build before it even starts. And that is Rapid Aspect, Edge Master's Aspect, and Aspect of the Expectant. These three alone are all synergistic with themselves, and they slot into rings, amulets, weapons. And I feel like these are really central core legendary aspects to most builds that are currently in the game. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/DJ Montague. I'm live quite often. I'm probably live right now, who knows. Also, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you have any questions or video suggestions, shoot them over to me. I'm here to help. I'm always open to questions of any form. So thank you, friends. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in Sanctuary.